Straight up cold open this stream. Last stream I just did, I had to take down. I straight up had to take it down. I straight up had to take it down because of what was going on. And I'm addressing it right now. I don't care what happens. I don't care what's going on. I'm addressing it. Whether it be whatever, I'm addressing it. And I'm kind of pissed off about it. I'm looking over here at the previous chat from my stream, and I was telling a story. And I want to address everyone in the stream. For the record, everyone who comes into this chat room is welcome. It doesn't matter what ethnicity, race, or gender you are. You are welcome in my chat room. You will always be welcome in this chat room. To me. I could care less what you believe in. If you want to feel safe, and you want to feel like you have a place to speak your mind, you can come to this chat room. You can open your mind up. You can tell me what you want. I'll address it. And we'll see what we can do to work together to either work through it, discuss it, or come up with a solution. But I'm looking at my previous chat, and I want to read some of these messages. Now, keep in mind, I hold no grudge against these people. Because they took something that was going on, and they misunderstood it. There is a story I wrote years ago in high school. And it's about an author and a woman who solve a murder that is based on a book that the author wrote. And the woman is a faceless person. At some point during the stream, wonderful people came into the stream. They came in and I addressed them, and I'm glad they came. Regardless of who they are or who they really are, I'm welcome that they were here. And I'm glad that they showed up. It always makes me happy when anyone shows up. And we had pretty decent conversations. However, at one point, the chat started to get haywire. It started to go berserk. I was not ready for this. I haven't slept today. And I've been up since 3 p.m. While I was trying to finish the story, or at least get it out there, because it's always what I wanted to do, is to publish at least one story, it started to come up with the conversation of a religious belief that the character, particularly the female, was Jewish. She was not, because I never wrote it in that she had a religious belief at that point of the story. At some point, her religious beliefs would have been told in the story. She's a made-up religion. She has a made-up religion. Because she's a fictitious character. My father then came into the room and he started to make himself something to eat. He's done that 1,000 times. It doesn't bother me when he comes into the room and makes something to eat. Never bugs me once. What did bug me, though, was when people in chat wanted to see him on stream, and I was fine with that. I always try and invite him onto stream, but he's not the biggest fan of being on stream. And the hate speech started, or the belief that my father hated the Jews. That's not even true, because everyone's welcome in our household, and that applies to chat. Then a very specific word showed up. And I don't know what it means. And I still don't know what it means. And this just happened a few minutes ago. And now I gotta go figure out what it means. Because I genuinely don't know. And people started to attack Dad. And he's not the kind of person who will accept being attacked. He won't accept it. So, it started to get fired onto me. And that hurts because I try and be inclusive as much as possible. There are times where I can't always be inclusive. You know, if I had as many chat members as, say, some of the bigger streamers, I can be inclusive, but I can't be equal inclusive to everybody because I won't have time to read each and every comment if I had that many viewers. I think the highest I've ever capped in viewership was about 6 or 7 viewers. People started to think that my dad was trying to start a firefight. And they put that blame on me. I have been on the internet for a very, very long time, and I understand that there are situations that happen on the internet that some people won't fully understand. It was at this point that someone decided to unfollow me because of my dad. They blamed me for his actions. And they blamed me and reported me, supposedly, for hate speech. I call bullshit. I don't like hate speech. I've never wanted to have hate speech. And I've had people hate speech on me. What doesn't make sense is that clearly I was trying to stop things from getting bad because I didn't want them to. But what ended up happening was my attempts were in vain. They were in vain. Because no matter how hard I tried to emphasize that my dad's views on things, and he's sitting right next to me and he's choosing not to speak to this because I told him not to speak during this. So I wanted to address this. I am so tired of all of the problems that are going on right now. With people getting suppressed, people getting harassed, regardless of what it is, someone's getting harassed somewhere at this exact moment for something they believe in. A great example would be the BLM movement. I know what the BLM movement stands for. I know what it means. I know why it's important. I also know why the LGBTQ plus is important to some people. I have chosen in my line of work that if people want to discuss it, they can. If they want to talk about it to me, go ahead. But if you ask me my opinion on something, and it's something that I don't want to talk about, I'm not going to address it. Which brings me to this very important subject. Small streamers like me will always have somebody come into their chat, start something like this, where they're throwing the word of hate speech, or they're throwing things around. And yes, I've told my dad that on the internet, certain things won't fly. I've explained that to him numerous times. But what he would like to do is tell the truth. And we all need to hear the truth at some point in our lives. I agree. I've heard the truth enough. I live with the truth. Every day. The sun comes up. It goes down. The sky is blue. Reality is hard. Life isn't easy. The usual shit. However, there are moments where I have to set that aside and realize that people on the internet will take anything and run for the wind. They just will. And this chat that I've got sitting over here that I haven't deleted yet and I've been looking at is a prime example. My dad's beliefs do not match my internet beliefs. Okay? I don't speak for him, and he does not speak for me. These people, I hope, have a great time. Around Twitch, whatever. If they choose to come back, I hope they come back and they realize that I haven't said anything hurtful. And I'm going to say it. Y'all can do whatever you want in my chat. I'm going to moderate it, and I have people that will be extremely strict and people who won't be. But I have moderators. And if they don't like what's going on, they'll take care of it. At this moment, my moderators happen to be all asleep. And one of them's busy. So I didn't have anyone besides myself to control chat. And when I do that, it's free reign for my chat. Y'all can say what you want, y'all can do what you want, y'all can just live your own existence. By all means, go for it. Yet, I need to emphasize this with clarity. There are times where I will say things to say things. And there will be times where I say things to tell the truth. But I know that I have real friends out there who care for me and care about what I'm doing, and they know the truth about me. And as long as they stand with me and defend me, I don't have to defend myself. Because actions speak louder than words. It's just the truth. Actions will always speak louder than words. For example, it's a very simple example, but I'm going to use it anyway. There are people who I believe deserve more credit than me when it comes to doing stuff. Like, a lot more people that deserve credit than me. And I care about every person who's my friend. But it has gotten to the point where this stream has shown me that in certain situations... Is this thing working? Okay, that is working. Alright, I just had to make sure. It's gotten to the point where no matter what's said, I have no control over it anymore. And it is clear by this chat that I have no control over the situation. And if I don't have control over my chat, that is not my problem. I do not want fighting. I don't want anger. I don't want people saying, you're doing this thing, or you believe in this, and you're not accepting that. I don't want that. It's not what I stand for.
Excuse me, but
You're fine.
I'm not talking.
I'm not going to apologize for my dad's actions because that's not my responsibility. I'm not going to apologize for what he said. Because he's not me. Because I didn't say them. Now, if I had said the same things my dad had said, and this firefight started because of me, I'd be fully responsible for the situation. And I'm fully responsible for the situation in the first place, because I decided to hit the button that reads, Go Live. I have control over what I say. I could swear, I could say a slur, I can literally say whatever I want, and it will be my fault because I said it. My actions reflect me. But in this chat room, and on these streams, What I say goes in a lot of cases. But I am tired already, and this has happened only once, where a chat's gotten away from me. Where people will hear something that my dad says in the background that doesn't relate to me at all, and they start firing at me for this. And I'm going to show this off. And I'm going to close my webcam for this because I know it's going to break my computer. So give me a second. Alright? Because it's going to look weird. Alright? I'm killing my webcam for this, and I'm showing this. Alright? Because I want y'all to get this. If this will work. Oh, I'm showing this off still. Okay, there. I figured it out. Okay. Let's address this. So over here is the chat that I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Now, for those who didn't see the previous stream, you're not going to get it. But if I go, now just focus on this part here. Okay? I know this looks like a big giant mirror, and I can do goofy stuff with it, but this is serious. Right around here is where things started going wrong. Now, for the record, I don't blame these people. I don't. I'm not going to blame them. I'm not going to harass them. I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to say anything that's going to cause more problems. But I do want to say, what's going on here, I don't approve of. Okay? And I'm talking about, what they're talking about here is one of the main characters in the storybook. And here, they started slandering Dad. When they started going after Dad, I had zero control over what Dad said. The moment Scott Peterson Tiki said this, I cannot control my dad's actions. I couldn't. I simply can't control him. Because at that point, you're dealing with Dad. You're not dealing with me. And then I don't even know what this word means. I'm going to have to look this up. Because I don't even know what that means. And I bet that's going to get me in trouble just in itself. Neo-Nazi. If you have the answer, I'd like to know.
I'll go look it up and make sure.
Thank you, Dad. See, right there, Dad was helpful. But there are times where I will read chat, Dad will hear chat, realize it's directed at him, and we get these kind of problems, which is one reason I quit streaming on YouTube. I don't know why. I thought Twitch would be any better, but here we are. So, when this... Okay, so I don't know what Night of the 44th heard, but I'm going to assume he heard something bad. His account was created 4 hours ago. Oh, he's a newbie. I'm surprised. He's someone new. How new are you? Oh, you've been around for a while, Wales. Cool. So, Night of the 44th is brand new. Jeez. But anyway, when it started getting to him, when it started getting to this point, we had a problem. We had a very, very large problem. And it kept going and going and going and going and going until it got here. Where Night of the 44th reported me, or supposedly reported me, said that I had hate speech, Scott unfollowed me, and then Night of the 44th said that I'm responsible. Yes, absolutely, please. I want to know what that word means.
I looked up this word, Nazi. It's an anagram for the National Socialist German Workers' Party. That's what Nazi means.
Well, what does neo-Nazi mean?
Neo-Nazi.
Here's the definition of neo-Nazi: a member of an organization similar to the German Nazi Party.
Okay.
Neo-Nazi means a member of an organization similar to the German Nazi Party.
Okay, well now I gotta go check this. Give me a hot second. I'm shutting off my screen capture here. Hold on. We're going back to my webcam. I'm gonna check Twitch TOS real quick. This is a rarity for me, having to shit, go all the way to TOS of all things to check this out. Safety. I guess that's what I need to go do. Is that right? Appeals. I got no appeals. Twitch TOS. This really has me screwed up. I hope you understand like how serious what's going on is.
What's going on?
Okay, terms of service. Prohibited conduct. You are not to violate any of these. Create, transmit, inaccurate, unlawful, infringing, defaming, obscene, pornographic, or invasive. Okay, that's not related to me. Falsely claim of affiliation of person of any ethnicity without permission. Send junk mail or spam users of Twitch service. Okay, I don't do that. Harvest or collect emails. No. Defame. Okay, here we go. Defame, harass, abuse, threaten, or defraud users of the Twitch service or any third-party content. No. Delete, remove, circumnavigate, disable, damage, or otherwise interfere with security-related features. Haven't done that. Reverse engineer. That doesn't apply to me. Modify, adapt, translate, or create a something work based on, therefore, except only, blah, blah, blah. Interfere with or damage with the operation of Twitch services. Relay emails from a third-party mail service without the permission of said third party. Access any website, server, software, application, or other computer resources owned, used, or operated by Twitch, including but not limited to Twitch services. There may be any robots, spiders, something, something, something. Manipulate identifiers in order to discuss the origins of any user content transmitted through the Twitch services. Don't think I've done that. Interfere or disrupt Twitch services. User attempt to use another user's account without the authorization of the user. Attempt to circumnavigate. Da 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 da. I'm actually reading this. Okay. To the fullest extent of permission applicable by the law, Twitch reserves the right, without notice, in our sole discretion, to terminate your license to use Twitch services, including post-user content, and to block or prevent user future access to the use of Twitch services, including we are responsible to A, user of Twitch content that violates the terms of service or applicable law, B, you fraudulently use or misuse the Twitch services, C, are unable to continue or provide Twitch services due to technical or legitimate business reasons. Our right to terminate your license includes the ability to terminate or suspend access to any purchases, products, or services, including any subscriptions, Prime Gaming, or Turbo accounts, to fulfill extent permissions by applicable law. Your only remedy is to respect any dissatisfaction with the Twitch services, any terms of these terms of services, any policies or practices of Twitch in operating the Twitch services, any content information transmitted through the Twitch service is terminated your account, and to discontinue use of any and all parts of the Twitch service. For residences in the Republic of Korea, okay, that doesn't apply to me. So, God, am I really reading terms of service? Am I really, like, reading TOS right now? Like, So all I can say, looking at everything that just happened 30 minutes ago, I don't know how to respond to it correctly except to say, what? According to my dad, after me reading this and explaining what was going on, and I thank you for this, according to him, no TOS was violated on the previous stream. Considering I also removed that stream, that also removes my liability, I think. I'm getting a shaking head over here, and I will have to confront my team later. But, for now, I'm deleting this stream too. You know what? No. I'm keeping this stream. I don't know if I should export it to YouTube, though. Just so that it's permanently saved. I'm getting a shaking head yes from my head honcho over here. So, with that being said, hey Scott, I see you're here. With that being said, I'm going to apologize for the actions that I took against these nice folks who came into my stream who wanted to hear a good story. I'll retell the half of the story I told today another time when I have it more fully fleshed out. I'm uncertain of when that stream's going to happen, but I want people to understand that what is going on at this very second, I am desperately trying to respect. I want to respect everybody as much as humanly possible. And I know that I can't be equal to everyone at once. I can be equal to some of the people some of the time, but I can't be equal to all of the people all of the time in my terms of time. With that being said, I'm keeping this stream up, and I want to let everyone know one last time, because I'm going to go try and rest, I'm an equal opportunity streamer. If y'all want me to show some content that doesn't break TOS or doesn't break what I want to put up, I'm more than willing to record it and stream it or whatever. But if I feel like it's going to cause a firefight like this did, I'm going to hold off on a while. Because I'd rather do something like this if my mods are here. Frankly, none of them are here, so I don't want to start another fight. All I'm going to say, before I end this, is if someone comes into the chat and their beliefs differ from mine, I'm not going to harass them for it. I'm not going to... What's the other word I'm looking for? Defame, something like that. Rebuttal it. And I'm also not going to try to sound one-sided. I want to sound equal to everyone. With that being said, I know there are streamers out there who don't do that. Who are very one-sided, or they don't like certain people, or they don't like a certain race, or they don't like a certain religion. I don't condone that. In fact, I don't even like it. I try and avoid it as much as humanly possible. So please, respect everybody who comes into my chats, respect everybody who shows up, and please try and respect me. I don't ask for much. I don't even try and force people to follow me. That's how little I'm worried about my numbers. Someone thought that I care about the numbers too much. I don't care about the numbers. It's just a number. I could have nobody watch my streams for years, and I'd still stream. I could have nobody watch my 7 years of YouTube content, and I'd still make YouTube videos. All I can say is that I want to be equal to everybody who comes into these streams, and if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have concerns, or you want to voice something that I screwed up on, I'm more than willing to listen. I'm more than willing to try and fix it. Because that's just what I want to do. I want to fix things. If something's broken, fix it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. With that being said, I'm logging off for the night. I might do another stream later today, considering for me it's it's early morning. I'm sorry. I guess that's the only thing I can say is I'm sorry that this fight happened, and I couldn't figure out a way to make it end faster. That's it. That's all I can say. I don't know if there's anything else I should say. I think I practically covered it all. Well, if you guys want to catch me for another stream, by all means, hang around, see if I do another stream.